Brembo brakes. So I decided that I needed to give these a coat of paint because they've started to lose the clear. And I think what's happened is I had one of the last major services, I had them bleed the whole brake system, and I'm guessing that whatever they were using, I didn't clean off the paint properly, but they're also getting old, so pretty grubby. So what I'm doing is I've just started by pulling the pads out first. So they've just got a couple of pins through here, little circlip on the back. Knock the pins out, pull the spring off and the pads come out, and then I've loosened these two bolts off so that I can remove the caliper, take the rotor off, and now I've put those bolts back in, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint strip them on the car because I don't want to have to go through the whole brake bleeding process. So I'm just going to give them a quick lick while they're still on the car, and I did this previously with my ute, and just using normal PPG 2K, had no issues. So I've got a couple of stickers to go over as well, so I'll put them under the clear. So we'll jump in and get into it. Righto, so that's been on there about, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes if we're lucky. And what we're seeing is this outside looked like it had clear on it, and maybe the rest doesn't. But it's all coming off. So it might take a little while, we'll just persevere. No, it's painted with a stencil, that's interesting, it wasn't a sticker. But now that we've started with paint stripper, we're going to need to work our way all the way down through that. So I might clean the bulk of that off and then rub a Scotch-Brite or something over it. So far so good. That's the more the desired effect I was hoping for. Just all fall off in one go. So they have got some sort of high temp coating on them. I've done a few sets of these now. So we won't be touching that. We'll just get the paint off them and then we can put some more back on. So you just need a little bit of patience. So that's been another, 10 or 15 minutes. I left my scraper behind, but I'm just going to put a plastic scraper on that because I don't want to be damaging anything underneath. So, oh, look at that, beautiful. I reckon a couple of goes and we'll have this right as rain. So I've just got a bit of cardboard on the floor if you're wondering what's going on. Now if you sort of joined us halfway through, the reason they're still on the car is I didn't want to have to take them off and bleed brakes and stuff. I just don't need to get into that sort of dramas. So this way I'm hoping it's Friday afternoon, I'm going to get these stripped off tonight, and then over the weekend I'll put some paint and the stickers on them and we'll be good to be back on the road for Monday. Right, I'll clean them up, put a bit more on. Righto, so we're just trying to get rid of the last little bits and pieces now, so just had that on there for another 10 minutes, so I'll have a go at wiping that off. But I don't know if I put it on somewhere else, but I'm just using poly stripper, nothing flash. Seems to do the job for me all the time. So I might give that a wipe down now and just try a bit of prep solder, take the residue off now. So I worked out I could take the bolt from the top here and swing that around and still leave it all hooked up just to get the last bits on the back. Saves me crawling under the car, so that was a bit of a bonus. So it's all starting to look nice and clean now. I'll just one more go I think, and I'll just about have both of those ready. This one's a little bit further behind. That's better. Righto, so that'll do for tonight. I'm just about had enough of that scratching around, but all the outside areas that I want to get some decent paint on are looking good. So I'll come back to that tomorrow, do a little bit more. The other side's not quite as far progressed, but I've run out of patience and I've just got a little bit more to do on that one. Righto, so I've got myself all masked up. You do these things and you think, oh yeah, I'll paint them on the car because I don't have to bleed brakes and things, and then you get to the point where you're trying to mask it and you go, why didn't I take them off? But anyhow, I chose to leave them on, and I've done it before this way, so I guess that's why I've done it. So what I've done now is clean them up. So I've just run some Scotch-Brite over that, just with some Prepsol, dried everything off, and now I'm ready to put some CF Black epoxy on there. So I'll just mix some of that up. I've got the shed all covered up. I'll get what exhaust fans I've got on and I'll mask up and put a bit of black on it. So there we go. So I just thought I'd give you a quick look. So that's the epoxy primer, and the reason I'm using it is the fact that it's paintable, and I'm just reading through the data sheet now. It's 2 coats with a 5-minute flash off. And then if I want to paint over the top, it's a 30-minute air time at 25 degrees. So I'll probably need to leave that a bit longer today because it's a bit cooler and I'm in the open workshop. So it's a good product if you want to go straight over it with colour. And I've found in the past to be very successful. Righto, it's looking pretty slick now. What I'm going to do now is put a couple of coats of red base coat, let that go off. So I've activated the base coat so I can put the stickers over it, and then I'll put some clear on it. Righto, we got some red, so that's like probably 2.5 coats of base coat. So as I said earlier, I activated it, so that just means it's got some hardener in it, and there's a particular formula for that. So 7 parts colour, 1 part hardener, 8 parts thinner. So I've got both of those done now. So the next job is to, that's pretty much tacked off. So I've had the heat gun on it because it's pretty cold today. So I'll just leave it a little bit longer, and then I'll put my stickers on and I can put clear on it. Righto, so that's the stickers on now. So I'll now get some clear out and put a couple of coats of clear on and we're good to go. There we go, nice and shiny. Righto, so getting down to the pointy end now. So I've just pulled the mask off that. Now deliberately masked off the pistons and all because I didn't want to be messing about, and it's really a cosmetic thing that I'm doing. I mean, the car's done 140,000 now. It's nearly due for rotors, so I'm just going to put those back on. I've cleaned up all the stainless bits, so these are the rattle bits that go on the back of the pads. So they were pretty grubby looking. I put them in some vinegar overnight, brushed them up, and then just run them over the wheel, the polish wheel, to give them a bit of a clean up. I've done that before with my ute ones, and then all the little rubbers and stuff, I pulled all those off. So I'll put them all back on now and then reassemble, and we should be looking pretty good. So something else I did, and I think it's probably relevant that it should be done, is that I've actually taken when I've taken the pads out, I've marked which one was the outer pad, which one was the right and left hand side, and also which side the rotors come off, because the pads do run a wear mark onto the rotors, so I just want to make sure I'm putting everything back on where they come off. So just a little tip that if you go down this track, when it goes back together, I want to make sure it's all going to work right. Well, there we go. There's another weekend lost, I guess, but all worthwhile. Heading up to the All Ford Day on Sunday morning, so if you're heading there, come and say hello. I'll be on a couple of the different GT clubs with the camera, so if you see me, come and say hello. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you've got any questions about what I've done with these brakes, don't be frightened to ask. I did my ute in a very similar fashion about 6 years ago, and they're still going strong. Had no issues with the paint, so I'm sure what I've done here is going to last. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.